There we go. Hello. So this is part two of what the frustration that I had gotten into at the end of part one, right? So it wasn't supposed to be part two. It was supposed to just be everything taken care of yesterday, but it is what it is. We got hung up on the animation controller, so I did spend some time. Um, I did spend some time uh, on the animator yesterday, just fishing out where I messed up. And it's a combination of different things, right? So first and foremost, the animator. So there's a kind of like a prerequisite when you're coding with the animator. You need to have like gaps, so that way the animator can actually catch up to whatever is happening. It's just dealing with how transitions work with the animations, right? So what I would have liked to have used was the built-in signals for the animator. Those will not work in this situation. What will happen is you'll get the animation ending, and it will kind of hang for a second until the animation transitions. So this can be okay, I guess, but in the way that I've set things up, it's just not going to work because it would just the alternative is that you'll just get like something that is more dependent on the animator than it is on the code. So there's a problem here. If I went that direction, the and it's a valid direction, but if I went that direction, I'd end up basically throwing my fate into the hands of the animation player, which I guess what the frustration that I bumped into yesterday was me trying not to let the built-in animation controller state machine control my anything more than just the animation. Right, I wanted to limit it as much as possible. I need to make sure that this thing, yes, it's a state machine, it's a valid state machine, but it needs to just be its own thing. I don't. That way, I can like plug and play it into anything, rather than it becoming so entangled with my code. And so this is, in my opinion, very bad design. When you can't simply just easily make the animator do its own thing. Um, and the question is it bad design on my part? Is it just bad design overall, or is it bad design on Godot's part as far as the animation player? I don't know. I really don't know. I can't really answer that. But I do know that it led to a ton of frustration, which I off camera resolved um, yesterday. It was so I'm gonna run the game in a second. I'm just looking for something on where is it? There it is. My music. So there you go. Okay, good enough. Okay, so I'm gonna run the game really quickly. And the way that things have been changed around now is a couple of things you won't be able to see, but I'll explain it. So originally, in order to go into like your combat state, you'd have to press tab. So tab right now does nothing. This time I'm basically remapping everything to just left click. So if I left click, I enter the combat state, and if you can see it already, it'll come out of the combat state if you just do nothing for long enough. So I'm not sure if that's too long or not, but it is what it is. So when you go into combat state, there's a timer, and it'll pull you out of combat state if you do nothing. But the idea is, yeah, I could do stuff like this, and you can see that the animations are working perfectly fine now. They're flowing, and you can transition back out like that just by not doing anything. But I feel like that streamlines combat quite a lot, and yeah, maybe I get more work done offline. I don't know. I think it's just the animator. Um, so yeah, there you go. So now you just saw that happen, right? That's one of the things that I'm going to be taking care of now. That's the third thing on the list. And then we also have the fourth thing, which is just fill in the rest of the animations. And as far as I'm concerned, yesterday would have been completed. Yeah, so like that, like for example, what we're going to be taking care of is you see like how that kick happens or that kick happens. There's a moment where you shouldn't be hurting anyone, right? Like if I if I start really close to this guy, right, like this, you'll see there's a moment where I should hit. Now it looks like there, it looks like as if it's working properly, but it's actually not, right? It's actually not. What it's actually doing is that this thing is always on the moment that the animation starts. So this part I'm letting the animation take control of. It's going to be the thing that turns on and off the hitbox. So I can get away with this because the hitboxes are actually tied to the skeleton map for the object. So I logically I feel like as if it fits to let the animator control that, right? And the hitbox in and of itself is it all it does is it's already doing this. It contacts the weapon controller whenever it makes some kind of interaction, right? Like that. But we're gonna just but right now what's happening is that the weapon controller is what's controlling turning it on and off. And this is just a result of the old system, but we're going to turn this into a new system. So get out of here. Okay, so we have a whole bunch of stuff happening here. Um, zero damage, zero damage. It should not be doing zero damage, but whatever. Yeah, that could be like an extra bug that we take care of today, I guess, at the end. Just navigating how it's calculating. Um, because if we do regular weapon damage, I think it should still calculate it properly. Let's just double check that. Right? So if we go like this, oh, whoops. Actually, we need to fix that. Right? You should be able to enter combat when you right click also. That's what's letting me shoot. But anyway, yeah, little bugs. We did no damage. Or it didn't consider the hit. Or maybe I was missing. I don't know. Let's try that one more time. Oops. Okay, that definitely hit. So I saw the character jerk. Alright, let's try this. Oh, what the heck? Sorry. Um, trying to get this thing to. Yeah, okay. There's a couple of things. We bumped into 3 bugs already with that setup. All right. So I think I should squash those bugs before I commit to expanding into this new direction. So let's take care of each one first. All right. So the simplest one would probably be just handling the going into combat. All right. So where is it? I think it would be under combat controller. No, actually, it would be under active player body. Where is it? There we go. Okay. Um, So combat, neutral state. Player event neutral pack. Turn on combat. Okay, gotcha. Would be nice if you could pass multiples. Can you pass multiple into this? I guess you can't. Okay, fair enough. Okay, so this should allow us to enter combat. And we kind of want something that will turn off. Okay, it's right here. So what is this saying exactly? If the state, so first we wait 1.25, and if the state does not equal, I don't think this can be made so simple. Oh, okay, I get it. So this is going to fire off the moment that we go back to, so this is actually returning us to neutral state. So instead of doing that, so this is going to just check. Basically what this is saying is this should only ever go off if we're in the combat state. So this is checking, hey, we're in the combat state that was passed. If after this period of time we're still in that state, then we return. So I'm actually going to increase this because I didn't like how quick it was to about 3 seconds. But that's just more of like a, has nothing to do with the rest of the logic. It's just more feeling. It just didn't feel right, quick, changing back so quickly. What else? Okay. So if we right click now, we'll enter into the combat state. If we left click, we'll also enter into combat state. And if we left click again, or right click again, whatever, it'll activate this stuff because we're in the combat state. And then from there, we have the question of maintaining ourselves in the combat, because this should not be called, I think this is tied to an event, return to neutral, right? And so we need to go to the animator. Got it. Okay, I see what the problem is. We have to look at actually, let me see if it's in the combat controller or if it's in the weapon controller. Okay, so I think it's in the weapon controller. So let's take a look at the weapon controller. Where's the right click? Shoot, handle shooting, shoot. Okay. Okay, so hmm, we have an issue. We have a problem. So here's the thing. When you shoot, you don't actually change your state from attacking. All right? You're still in your regular combat. Yeah, you're still in your regular combat state. So the way that things are set up now, you'll actually just revert back to your base state so long as you don't attack or some change your state some other way, right? Hmm. This is so weird. I'm trying to think how I want to handle this. Oh, whoops. There we go. I'm so stuck right now. We want to keep that functionality the same. I do not want to create a new state for when you're shooting stuff. All right? You should just be able to do that on the fly. But at the same time, I mean, I know where to go to change it. The issue is, hold on. Okay, I think I get what to do. Let's just do something. Here we go. Munition, set source. Okay, so we have stored munitions here. So basically, hmm, okay, I think that should do it. All right, so we clamp the munitions between this size and this size, and so now let's follow the logic. The activate munition is called. So when is set munitions called? It's called once when we're just setting things up. Gotcha. Okay. All right. We've clamped it to 6 or 0 because we will never go past that number, hopefully, is the idea. Okay, and then there's a part where we clear it. So, hold on. I could have sworn there was a part. Oh, munitions. Yep, there it is. Oh, actually, hold on. We don't need to do all of that. This is where past me did a good job. Let me just make sure we're actually utilizing it. Yeah, we are. Bar active munitions, top level. Run. Then when we shoot, we take in the active munition. Third munitions. Active munition. Shoot. I don't think we're using it. Yeah, we're not using it. So we can use it, and that's a good thing. So let's do that. I don't know if that's going to work, but we're certainly going to try it. And then we're going to do. If it has that, then we'll go through this and then found munitions. And then if stored munitions. First we do if found munition, then we say stored munitions dot append found munition L or actually we don't do this. Yeah, no. Okay, yeah, that's right. So basically, the ooh, what's going on here? Pop on base array cannot find property pop. Right. Is it? I think it's pop at. Yeah, there it is. Let's do it the safe way. Okay, there we go. That is the safe way to handle it. Or safer. Um, so now what we've done is we've created a cycling system, part of it. The next part is we have activated munitions. There we go. Okay. So now we have a cycle. Basically, it will pop these out whenever it finds them, and it'll push them in whenever we activate them. Now, when we go back to the player body, what the heck? Oh, it's in the weapon controller. Oops. All right, so if the state that we're in when we get here after 3 seconds is not here, and we also don't have anything active as far as things that we're shooting, then we'll just return out of this. But now this opens up another issue, right? Which is, well, that's great, but we need to keep checking. So we're just going to do this. So like if you're just constantly attacking now, right, with the ranged weapons, and let's say you stop, right, attacking with the ranged weapons. We want to do a check. So let's go back into the weapon controller real quick. And we can go down to where we get the weapons back after activate munitions. I think it's in, I would do it here. So let's do this. If activated munitions size is equal to 0, and we've now deactivated this one, then we can do a yeah, let's do change state owner, I think it's called. No. Yeah, there it is. There we go. All right, so if we go back, we'll change our state to being in combat, which should, I don't think we should do this. I'll be honest. But we have to, I think, the way that I've set it up. Let's see what happens if we use it. Okay, so we're gonna go, oh, whoops, right. We come here, first of all, we have 3 seconds until we go back. There we go. Feels much better. Can I walk over here? What's up? Something was blocking. Oh, never mind. Okay, so now the next thing is let's just try regular attacking and see what happens. Okay, what happens? Whoops. There we go. Okay, yeah, so this still works. This is all just left click. Like I'm just timing the button presses. It'll be easier when I do the visual stuff. There's going to be like a little glowing effect. And when it turns a certain color, you'll know that if you press the left click at that point, you'll do different things. So one might be like a stronger version of these martial attacks, and the other one's going to be like the weapons come out and do stuff, all kinds of stuff. Okay, and I turn back right after that. Okay, and if I right click, I'll go into it and I can shoot while doing that, and it doesn't bother me when I shoot. And does it go up? And it crashed. Okay. What did it? Yeah, that was just me pressing W. Okay, expected statement, change state on rigid body, non-existent function. Oh, whoops. There we go. Okay, now that's true. That was weird. All right, what happens if I go back now? Okay, there's a lot of moving parts, but it's working. And I can attack while doing that. And it did something weird a second ago. Like, what was that? That was a artifact and a half. Yeah, it reset my animation. Why did it do that? It's only doing that. Is it doing that normally? No. Okay, I get what's happening. All right, let's try that now. Oh, wait, no, it's still going to happen. Yeah. Okay, so we can't do this. Where is it? There it is. We can't get away with this. I thought we could, but we can't. So what are we actually trying to accomplish here? Let's take a look back at the player body. One sec. We're trying to get it to do this part. All right, but we want to do it in with this logic. But we don't want to call this. And I don't want to install too much nonsense into this. But we're going to have to add one more line of code, it looks like. There's probably a better way. I got it. I got it. I got it. We can just do a check here. What was it called? Turn off combat. Okay, there we go. So now if we're in the current state of combat and our munition size is equal to 0, then it will do that. So now we can actually get rid of this check. You know, you check twice. Do we? Finish attacking. Yeah, let's leave the other check over there. Actually, we probably don't want to put this check. We don't want to put this check here. So this is fine. If we're still in combat, you know what? Let's leave this check here. It'll save us this call down here. We don't need to worry about it accidentally making a bunch of where is it? Timers. Okay, let's try this out. Okay, now let's set this off. Does it mess with my animation? No, it doesn't. But it does turn itself off, it looks like. That's so weird. What is it doing exactly? Still turning itself off for some reason. You know what? I got an idea of what to do with this. Let's go back here. Player body. Turn cough combat. Where are you? There you go. We make a var. Combat timer. I don't know. Timer? I guess that's... Is timer it? I guess so. Yeah, okay. Scene tree timer, that's what it's called. Scene tree timer. Okay, so we store the scene tree timer there for that. And if we don't have a timer already set, then we create a new one. Then we just wait for that, whatever one we already have or we created to time out. And then we check. This way we aren't doing this timer thing all the time, right? Because I think what was happening is that it's doing the await different points. So let's just keep shooting and see if it does that visual. Yeah, it's still doing. Now it does it quicker because it doesn't have that await next to it, which doesn't make sense. Oh, that's why. There you go. Okay. Now it should be fine, right? What the heck? Activated. Hmm. This is adding a level of complexity. Okay, yeah. Let's go back to this and let's find out why it's doing that. So if the active munition size is equal to 0, And we are currently in combat state. I'm just going to try to turn off combat. So we would have only ever gotten here for the same reasons that we would go through. So it's automatically going to do that. So we must create a buffer. Okay. Think. So let's think for a second. Instead of doing all of this here, we'll just do this. Okay, there. And you can get rid of all of this. So now we just need to piggyback into this. Okay. So we want to minimize the amount of information that is going in, or that I'm having to tag around for. So let's pass in the array. I don't need to know the type, do I? No. We don't need to know the type. Just an array. We're just using it as a counter anyway. Go back here. There we go. So now we're going to say all right, so if the range size is greater than 0, we don't care. But otherwise, we say what? So what I want to do is I want to create a check on if another weapon was shot and cancel the current activity if one was shot. Now, a way to handle that would be to tween it. And then we can just kill the tween. All right, we can just kill the tween at a specific point if there has to be a better way. I guess we're going to tween it. Let's tween it. That's the most obvious. I think it's create. Yeah, there it is. Equal to create tween. There we go. Okay. And then we go. And so what we want to do is do tween interval, is it? What's this do? Creates and appends in tween interval. This method can be used to create delays between tween animations. I see. Am I in the right direction? I don't think so. So like I could tell it to wait 2 seconds here. Right? Then I can do something like interesting. No, I don't think this is it. Well, let's keep going. Let's see. So instead, what we're going to do is we're going to do tween method, and we're going to push in the oops, yeah, that doesn't work. I forget how this is set up. Yeah, that's what it was. It was like that. What the heck? I see. This is actually much more for like tween callback. So this would go here, and then it will, but this is still not what I want, because this is going to go back to the other issue of messing with the animation. So instead, we just want to turn off combat and bind. Current state. And then put a check. Okay, so if this or this, then it'll just return out. And so then we can always be assured that the current state is in combat. And we can just pass that to this, which will do the tween fallback. And then we can do an await for the weapon controller. Dot. So let's go back to weapon controller real quick. And range attack sent. So now we can go down to here. Emit. Right, we don't need to pass anything into it. Ranged attack sent. So this is going to be ranged play. I hate this, but it should, it's fine. I hate it here. All right. So then that would be that. That would go like that, and we just play that. And if well, actually, we don't need to do all of that. Just do this. Okay. All right. So now we just need to tie these two in. So when we return, it'll do a check to see what our state is, and whatnot. And if we're in combat, then it will attempt to create. It will create a tween. So if all of this is satisfied, right, it'll end any current tween. Then it'll create a tween. Wait for 2 seconds, and then try to call this. And if during those 2 seconds we fire another thing, it'll kill this tween, and it'll just keep repeating this cycle every time that a weapon comes back. So after 2 seconds, it will then send here, and this will wait 3 seconds on its timer until it's done, and it'll run a check to see if we're still. This is like the final check. Like if we still have nothing here, and we're in our current state is still. Wait, what? Well, hold on. There we go. And its current state is, yeah, if the weapon is greater than this and the current state. Actually, no, this was fine the way it was before. So if that state is not the current state, so let's actually just be explicit. Or actually, we can do it this way. That way we're not reliant on state, are we? Nope, we're not. Okay. So now we can pass whatever we want to in here. This part isn't really necessary. But it is what it is. Anyway, that's for later if I have to keep revisiting this, right? So now we just need to hook these two in. Handle and returned. So let's just type it out and then drag and drop. So it would be the weapon controller dot what is it? Let's just copy them. Ranged attack event, and that we want to have end dot connect end handle turned attacked. Right, so if we send an attack, we're going to try to check to see if a tween exists. If it does, we kill that tween. And then weapon controller dot what is this? Let's get out of there. We go. There we go. Okay. So now weapon controller dot um returned. And anytime it returns, we do a handle returned ranged attack. We have to pat, yeah. And we don't need to bind anything to that. It'll take care of it itself. So we just go here. And yeah, okay. So let's just add that into one of these connections over here. Okay. So let's see if that jankiness is what we needed. What's this now? Oh, the weapon controller isn't set up yet. That's gotcha. Um, yeah, weapon controller hasn't been set up by the point it gets to this. So where is the weapon controller? It should be down here. Let's put it here. This is just to see. Okay, let's try it. Invalid get index, range attack sent on. Hmm. We need something that's going to happen later. Where's set entity? Or we could just go into the weapon controller. Oh, that's why. Whoops. There we go. Typo. Okay, let's go back and put it right here. Okay, next. Okay. Right. Can attack. Can do that. And we got that. And then what happens after we do all of this? Does it go back in 3 seconds? Well, it should be like 5 seconds now. We're not seeing it. All right, let's do this. Print. Interesting. We're not making it there. One sec. I need to. It's nice, but it's interfering a bit. Give me a sec. All right, let's see what this looks like now. There we go. Okay, so if I do the regular one, it will do that in 3 seconds. If I attack it a lot. So we didn't do anything with this stuff. The handle returned or whatnot. So it's whatever is happening, it's happening over here. It's not actually calling turned off. I'll be right back. Okay. Sorry about that. Um, just needed some time to think. But I think I'm getting what I'm. I think what I did here is what should have been doing here. Basically, we make a tween. The tween control um, when it actually fires this thing off. So we split this method, the turn combat method, off into two parts. One is this, the other one is this. All right, so let's give that a shot, see what happens. So very first thing is funk. Um, okay. Okay. So now the next thing is this part, right? So we want something like that. So instead of this, we can call this a tween. And we will do this. Okay. Okay, so the very first thing that we do is we handle if we need to kill the combat timer. And get rid of this part. And the next thing is we do combat timer. Dot going to be equal to create tween. Okay. All right, let's get this going. So we did this here, where first we did a combat timer dot tween interval, and we had it at 3 seconds. Okay, and then combat dot tween callback, and it's going to be the handle combat off. All right, and then we play. Oop. Okay, boom. We can get rid of that. Okay, so now we just take this here, and then we can go like this. See what's happening here now. Okay. Beautiful. I think. Hold on a second. I don't think this is working as I intended it to work. right? It should interrupt the tween. Let me see. I'm gonna go like this. Let's go like 5 seconds. It's much more time than I need. And we try to interrupt it between those 5 seconds. Yeah, this is not good. The idea is that it should never actually fire this off. Hmm. 1 second. Let's test something out. Hmm. So if we do a kill call on it, let's find out what's happening here. I'm just trying different ways of approaching this to see like how Godot is handling it. At least it's not as frustrating as the animator. I shouldn't have said that. Interesting. Okay, there we go. And if we call killed, it still does AC after it. It's weird. One sec. I think I have an idea of what's happening here. Okay. Let's see if the amount of time that it's called adds up to. Call, killed, and it still did AC. Okay. And it does AC at the end. So it shouldn't be doing killed. Like, this is not serving any purpose. Like, if I got rid of this part right now, what would happen? Nothing. Nothing changes at all. So as far as function goes, we can't use it for the intended purpose. But this is closer to what I wanted to have done. Anyway, let's 1 sec. Okay, so So we can get rid of this now, I think. Right? And we can always just, well, hold on. Before we do anything crazy, let's test out. We've just been doing the regular attacks, which have been working fine for the most part. I want to test out ranged and see what's going on here. Is it messing with the animations? No. Um, okay, now what happens if I try to go back this? It is going back. Back. Okay, so I think this is functional enough. The only thing that's going to fix this any further is now I want to try to tidy it up a bit though. I don't think this part is necessary anymore is what it's coming down to. All right, I'm pretty sure this part isn't necessary anymore. So let's go back up to the weapon controller. And instead of making the connection there, where did I make the connection? Was it in player body? Oh, it's over here, right? So instead of doing this, when an attack is sent, we want to do the kill. So we don't need to do this anymore, but when an attack is sent, we want to do handle, no, we want to do handle kill combat timer. There we go. I could have sworn that was the name of it. What did I typo? Handle kill combat timer. Well, this doesn't even actually do what I intended it to do anyway. Right? No matter what, it's still going to. So actually what I wanted to do is turn off combat state. Or you know what, let's just turn the whole thing off and see what's going to happen. Okay, so we just attack regularly, and we come back in 3 seconds. It should go back. Does it? Nope. So we need to have, there we go. So we need to have this handle, so it's not this that we want, it's this. So when it comes back, we will try to do the turn off combat. See if I can do this. And we need to do a print here. Okay. So if I right click and do this, we got A. And it went away. Is it going to go away in the middle of all of my attacking, or will it? Okay, and will it go away? No. This thing should be going off a lot more often. Weapon controller. Oh, okay, that's why. Okay, now let's see. Is it going to go away? 1, 2, 3. Yep, there we go. Okay, and that's it. That's actually the system that's much closer to what I would like. Much, much closer. So let's do a little bit of house cleaning. So we're going to go here real quick, and we're going to remove this from this. Where is it? Where the heck did I put it? It should be... Oh, I'm in the wrong area. There we go. I'm going to take this out and delete this. I only had it here because, well, we were messing with stuff. But really, this should be in the ready call somewhere over here. Or setup weapon controller. No, it should be in ready. Oh, actually, yeah, it's right here. Setup weapon controller. So we're looking to do this. All right, let's just do one more check to make sure that this is properly connecting. Okay, good. Go back down and remove this. We're assuming that now the whole system works. So let's just try one more time. I'm going to mix together all of the animations. And any animations being cut off, we can just go right in. We still have full motion. Okay. Okay, and what happens if we don't attack in 3 seconds? We should go back. There we go. Fantastic. Okay. That's it. So let's take a look at our itinerary. So we've finally managed to finish the second decoupling the state logic from the animation. So now we're into the third part, which is to couple the animation to the hitboxes to clean up the weapon manager. So the weapon manager or weapon controller has a ton of different things happening in it. Most of it should probably be deleted. So we're going to clean it up a little bit. Let's go here. And part of the way to get that done is we go to the character visuals Oh, whoops. We're going to go into the 3D scene itself. And actually, no, we're going to be going into here. Right. And this is the Boneh logic. So let's open this stuff back up. Push this over here. So I mentioned day before yesterday that sorry, that these spheres out here, they are the hitboxes. They're the things that I want to take control of. So I might do this backwards. I might hit 4 before I hit 3 because I I'm gonna need to plug in every single one of the animations, right? So we actually need to. Let me see if Visuals has it. I think it does. It's all the way at the bottom. Yep. Hitbox. Okay, there we go. All right. So this needs a function in it for but before we do anything like that, I want to find out if, let's see, set. Huh. Hitbox 3D, area 3D. Okay. So we have set monitoring, which is a built-in setter function. Okay. So we don't need to actually make a function for this. I think, I hope. Let's see how smart the animator is. Okay. All right, we have information that we are going to try to get. So let's go to the animation tree, animation, and we're just going to grab a animation and just test it out on that. So we have this, let's grab an easy one, just punching. Let's see what it does. Oh, that's quick. There we go. So at about here, right? So basically what we want is we want the left hand to be the only one that becomes active, and we want it to become active at around right here, and then come on inactive at about this point. So from right here to right here. So now to get this in here, we want to add a track, and we want it to be a call method, and it's going to be uh let's get rid of this. Yeah, nothing is ever easy. One sec. Oh, lordy lord. Um, Maybe if I do this, this would help. One sec. Okay, now let's try to add this. Okay, it shows it. All right, that's fantastic. I'm not sure if you guys are seeing it. Let me. Yeah, it's not showing it, but basically it's like a drop-down list. It's effectively what you're seeing over here on the right. So the left hand is what we're looking at. Let's grab that one. And so this is the hand hitbox down here. So the idea is that these hitboxes are presently controlled by the weapon controller, right? When it's going to turn on, and it just, by default, it's just turning on the moment that the animation starts. So instead, this time we're going to turn it on here, or point. Yeah, I think what 0.5, 0.6 should be. Let's start it off at 0.5. Let's start off at 0.4 and then turn it off at 0.7. So 0.4 and 0.7. All right, and so now the next thing is so we get to select a method. So there's like another screen. The method that I want to add is monitoring. Set. Node object. Interesting. Node object. Interesting. Let's get rid of this. This isn't what we're looking for. We actually have to go in here. There we go. And now we can add the track. Call method. And it would be Marshall hitbox. There we go. And so now we can insert a key here, and that key should be set. Or actually, we can probably do monitoring. Nope, it doesn't show up. I think we have to actually write it in. Area 3D, get overlap, has, overlaps body, overlap area. Node 3D, node object. Okay, this is nice. Basically a property list. Yeah, so we don't have access to it. We have to actually create these method here. It's very weird. I guess it makes sense in some ways. So hitbox 3D. And we're gonna just do func. Okay. All right. So now with that done, we should be able to go insert key here and monitoring. There we go. So we want to turn monitoring on. I guess, yeah. And go back to the 3D scene so I could see what we're doing. So yeah, at around right there, we want monitoring to be on. And right here, we want to turn it off, I guess. What's this add reset value? Not sure what that was doing, but whatever. That's okay. There we go. Okay. There. So now you'll see that it actually turns like a sky blue, and then it should turn back to, I guess they don't do that. Oh, there it is. Okay. Right. Well, whatever. But the point is, can I copy this? I think we can. And so now let's go to this, add keys, calls. Oh, whoops. It is never that simple. Let's open up the rest of these. Um, there must be, nope, there isn't. There is not. It's fine. This is much easier than the other stuff. It's just tedious, but much much less cognitive effort. Still have to be careful not to make a mistake, but less of a tango on decision making and what things are going to cost me down the road. Okay. Hmm. All right. So it looks like the right hand is what's getting involved here, and it is doing a stiff jab to the right, which becomes very active at around point 0.4, and yeah, at around there. So around point 0.6, yeah, around point 0.6 is when we should turn it off. So let's turn it off at a point 0.7. So point 0.4 to point 0.7. Actually, let's do it on outside ranges. So we're going to start it off at point 0.3, entry. No, point 0.4 is fine. Okay, so let's add, and this is the right arm, or right hand. Can I just paste this in now? Or nope, we cannot. Okay. That's funny. You're funny. Insert key. Um Monitoring on. Insert the other key, monitoring off. And what was the other one? 0.7, I think. 0.6. And there. Right? So it goes on, off. So we nail them, and then we just turn it right off. That's your hitbox, or that's your area. That's your frames. At 0.5 is when you're solidly in there. Okay. So I think we did this one, which is like a sneaky little jab real quick. No, we didn't. This one is like a jab to the kidneys. uh-huh. Okay, so this one, it looks like we really should start at like 0.2. This one is super fast. And 0.4 is when we're done. We have like a 0.2 frame of a second that we're actually capable of throwing out damage. And this is also the right arm. So we nailed this one. Punch. Let's just double check this one. So from right here, boom. A quick tap to the jaw. I don't want to mess with the combos quite yet. Okay, and this one is the right arm again. Okay. Okay, and it becomes very active at boom. It's a bit slow, but it becomes active at around 0.8 and inactive at about 1. So let's make it active from about 0.7. My mouse is giving me a lot less troubles today. It's nice. Got to appreciate the small things. Okay, good. So 0.8 to, wow, this is like another two frames of just nice. All right, I think we're gonna call that shot. I think from this point on, I don't want it to be doing any damage. Right? Yeah, kind of pulling back. Okay, let's, I guess, because the combos are just 1, 2, 3, 4, bop, 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 bop. Working the head to body. And then we have the inverse punch combo, which is just all the head. Like I really love working with the animation track. Like this is just fun. It's like kind of like when you're washing the dishes and you're just into it, or at like the copier and you're just into it. It just it's stuff that you have to do, but you don't mind doing it. Um, but before I hit these combos, I want to take care of the simple stuff. So let's knock out the elbow punching stuff. So these are using the different hitboxes, and I need to awesome boom of that overhead elbow. When I add the physics frames to this, it's gonna be super fun. Like I'm giving this some push into it, and it's gonna be awesome. Okay, let's see. Boom, boom. All right, I'm having a little bit too much fun. It's something that just gets me every time I see like a lethal elbow delivery. Like it's so, in my view, it's just so unorthodox to see an elbow properly delivered, or even improperly delivered. Like, just what would cross your mind that instead of doing the default thing of like trying to shield your eyes, or it just shows that the person knows that how to punish out damage as much as possible. Like they're either struggling and they understand all of the tools that they can at an almost animal level, or they are very skilled. So I think it fits into one of the two camps. This is really cool. Like normal reaction is not to like you knees I could understand, like, you're kicking, screaming, blah blah, but elbows are a different thing. Like to methodically consider delivery of an elbow attack is just like boom, and the crunch. It's almost like an axe coming down effectively. Awesome. All right. Anyway, um, so this is the right elbow. Let's add this track. Um, right elbow is here. Okay, and the hitbox for it turns on at around right. Let's turn it on right here. So this is what, 0.5? Okay, and so we're going to turn it off at around 0.8. Right? I think that's good. This elbow punch and the alternate elbow punch. Oh, this one is evil. Straight uppercut, elbow uppercut, boom. The other one was just like a axe coming down. This is just like, nope, this is coming straight for the solar plexus or the chew or the jaw or the throat. And you nail somebody like this in their solar plexus, you're stunning them. Period. There is no way anyone shrugs that off. Okay, so this will become active from point 4, and at around point 8. Wow, that's a long period. I'm gonna turn it off at around. Yeah, I think I'm gonna turn it off at around point 8. So point 4 to point 8. This is the right. Insert key. Monitoring on. Now, if you're just joining, then we're skipping ahead, I guess. As a reminder, also, uh, these methods I had to make. Godot does not, in the animator, does not show getter setter functions. Not sure what's going on there, but yeah. Okay, so let's see. 1. Yeah, I think point 0.7 is fine. Yeah, point 0.7 is fine. Okay, and the last elbow. No, there's another elbow after this. This one is a hook. Okay. So first let's add this is the right elbow. So from about 0.5 it becomes on. And it comes off at around 0.7. Looks like it. 0.5. 0.7, yeah. Okay, good enough. And we have the illegal elbow. This is like trying to do the elbow in the safest way possible. You lose so much power in that. I can see it. Um, so from about here, okay, there you go. So right there is boom. Just a quick pop. All right, let's get into the tough ones now. Let's start from the top. All right, so let's set up our thing. We need both the left and the right hands for this. So let's call the methods on the left hand and on you know you know what, let's do left hand first so that way we're not accidentally, because it doesn't tell us which one it is here. So I want to just do the first one and then we'll do the second one. So we're assuming, yeah, this is the left hand. Okay. uh, okay, so let's go. We have the first hit on the left hand being, ooh, that's quick, point 0.3 to point 0.5, point 0.3. Okay, so we'll do point 0.3, or we'll do point 0.2, point 0.4. Wait, we need to take a look at a different angle. Take a look and see what's happening here. So first jab. Yeah, see, we were off. So it should be on here, actually. Okay. And off here. Okay. And then it should be on. Can I copy this? Looks like we can, yeah. Okay, that's it for the left hand. Let's introduce the right one now. There's only, I think, 3 attacks with a. Sorry. I think it's only like, let's see, 1, Wait, what? Oh, it's like a soft jab. Let's go over to the other side. So we go up, extend, and then a tap. Okay, gotcha. Okay, there we go. That's quite a lot. Okay. Now, here's the thing. Oh, I see. So we can actually add arguments in here. Hmm. Hmm. Interesting. All right, let's move on. Next, so that was the what, the left hand. So let's do to the right what we just did to the left. Okay. So go over to the other side. Easier. See what's going on. So the first time the right hand starts to come on is right here. So we insert this key, monitoring. And we are monitoring up until that point. Then we start monitoring again just right before that point. And we are no longer monitoring by that point. And we are monitoring from here. And we are not here. Okay, good. So the first combo is done. Good stuff. So now this goes even better, but I'll deal with that later. But let's take care of the next and the final combo is punch combo. Here we go. This one looks shorter than the other one. Hopefully it doesn't have good stuff. Okay. All right. Um. Hmm. Okay. Good stuff. All right. All right. All right. Let's let's yeah, let's finish this one. After this, I'll go into the adding physics processes to this, so we can see how that starts to add like a kind of flavor to it. Okay. So we'll start. Let's start with the right, with the left hand. I think that's the first below. Yep. Okay. at 0.5, 1.1. There's 2 attacks. This one is a lot easier than the other. All right, so left hand first, call method. Okay, so at 0.5, so we want to turn it on from about like from about 0.5 and turn it off by 0.7 roughly. And so by 0.7, we turn it off. Okay, there. Oh wow, that's quick. All right, so you start from right here, and we're going to turn it on. Just duplicate that key. And turn it off here. I think that's only 2 attacks, right? So then the next one, this is the right hand. Now I can only hope that this is going to work because the way that Godot sets this up, you can't save to this stuff. All right. Now let's go back. So the very first attack is that. And then we have this at 0.9. So about 0.8 is when we're going to turn it on. And by about here, we turn it off. And we'll turn it back on about here. And off about here. Oops. There you go. Okay. And we're done with I think that's all of these, right? We don't need to really worry about this stuff. I'm going to probably change all of that down the road, but right now it's fine. Okay, good enough. So now we need to, I want to add the physics to these punches first. It's kind of out of order because I already added the physics to the kicking stuff. So the punches and the elbows would be really good to just get that done. Finished, finissimoed. So let's go up to our abilities. Get out of art real quick. Means not in scripts resources. There we go. Let's see. So do we have any? Yeah, we already have some physics for that. I think Crane Wing already has some physics too. Yep. Okay, this one is where we start. So punch combo. Wow. Okay. Swoosh. So this is the moment of truth. Actually, before I start making these moves, I want to see if I can hide this. Well, not hide, but not force it to display. There we go. Editable children. Disabling will cause all properties of the node to be reverted to their... Yeah, we haven't changed any of the properties, and it looks like it's keeping it. Is it throwing exceptions when I do this? No. Wait, it threw 2 exceptions. What are they? This is from earlier. Let's try that one more time. No exceptions. Okay, awesome. And we're getting a ton of these still. I think there are some actual exceptions down here, though. I need to read through what the heck all of these things are. Error constructing a GD. If I clear it, leave, come back. Nothing. Okay. Whatever. Okay. So we can only assume that these things are actually working until we get ready to test stuff. The first one that we're going to fix up is downstream. So this is a wuxia themed, or the game, the point of the game is to be a wuxia themed RPG, action RPG. So, combo punch. It's this one. Okay, so these are fairly simple, right? I don't even know if I want to add any physics to this because it doesn't show any actual movement, but I am going to add a little bit. This is a custom system that I made. This doesn't matter anymore. Oh gosh, that just reminds me I need to go into the script and change stuff. But that doesn't matter anymore. That's what we just spent time getting rid of, which is setting this attack type stuff. There we go. So now with the animation controlling that, it makes it easier, I guess. So we're going to go, let's say, 0.5. We're going to apply 0.5 of a distance to it over a duration of, let's say, 0.25, 2/5 of a second. And we're going to go and say that we're going to go forward. So basically, once this is fired off, there's going to be a little bit of force added to the character that makes it kind of inch towards whatever it's facing. Gives you a chance of getting closer, basically. Right? And it's going to do an ease in, and I'm going to make it just a regular translinear. And we'll add the stage. And that's the only thing that we need to do for this. Flowing River is the other version, punch combo. And we're just going to do the same thing here. Actually, we're going to make it a little bit more flavorful, make this a little bit stronger. Going to make this a little bit weaker. Forward also. And we'll change how it handles it. So we'll go ease out, ease in out. It makes it go faster at the beginning, slower towards the end. And that should be good. Okay, so the next one is punching alt. Okay, yeah. This one I'm going to add a little bit of finesse to it. Effectively, the character is going to move, shift diagonally. Still going to go forward. And we're just going to go point. Okay, we just go into here real quick and so it's leftwards that I want them to shift. So we're going to add that leftish motion to it. I think I'm going to lower this down to like 45% of the force that needs to be added for it to cover that distance. All right. So you kind of shift over to the left when you make this attack. Actually, let's lower this down a little bit. 35. Should be very subtle, but it kind of makes each attack different. Like, it's going to add like a little bit of force being thrown into the attack, kind of. Okay. Leaf Drift. Punching Alt 2. That's just quick. I think I'm going to make this kind of retreating towards the end of it. Like, I'm gonna make it like push in a little bit, and then you kind of push back out after you're done with the attack. So at about point 3, it should push in. It should finish doing the push in, and then after that, it'll up to like point 0.5, it'll handle a push out. So to do that, we just need to do something like 0.25. The duration is 0.3, and the direction is forward. And then for this, we'll just set the direction backward, and we'll set this down to this, and lower this to like 1.5. And just, that's it, we're done. I love this system. Like, it took a little second to make it, but once it was made, it was so awesome. What else? I love this move, pig softening. Like, I can't wait until I get out of this systems development and start just doing stuff like naming stuff like dog beating stick and stuff like that. Just classic wuxia. Um, the hook punch. And this is boom. This pig softening. There we go. Okay. I think I want to add some forward to this. All right, just straight up forward. Right, but not too much. Just maybe like a 0.3 and set the duration. Let me see how long you're actually doing the full energy. To about 0.9. Wow. So let's go with 0.4. And the direction is going to be forward. And we just add that. Okay. Next is raised winds. Elbow. Punch alt. Boom. Okay. So these elbows do need a bit of help as far as like character's motion. So I'm gonna make this a little bit more dramatic. Because they're just, the hitbox is so short, you have to literally be inside of the opponent for them to take the hit. And a lot of players aren't probably gonna start. Like, I don't see myself moving that close to the enemy. There is gonna be dashing in the game and stuff like that, and sort of like soft lock on, but I kind of want to help these attacks out a bit to like get into where the range that they need to be able to throw out. So up until around right here, right, it wants to step in. So 0.5. We're going to make this step in kind of dramatically, and it's going to do it up until 0.4 of its duration. And it's going to step forward. Okay, there we go. What else? Elbow punching, Alt 2. Wait, what did I just do? Oh, there we go. Wait, sorry, my system is lagging. I don't know what's going on. Let's save just in case. There we go. This is so weird. Hold on a second. What was I just doing? It's like it just decided to do its own thing. Elbow punching. What was I just looking at? This is very sad. So Godot was lagging or something, so basically what I thought I was editing, I wasn't editing, I think. That's what was going on. Let me just double check. Punch combo. This is punch combo, flowing river. Okay. Right, and then I got up to Starfall, which is not this. So what is supposed to be punching Alt 2? This is punching Alt 2. That's what this is elbow. Whoops. Elbow punching alt. Okay, there we go. Okay, elbow punching alt. So what is this saying? This is saying that first it wants this to go a distance of over 0.3 of a second. This is elbow punching alt. There we go. Okay. So it wants it to step in and do that. And then it wants it to step back. So it's trying to go in and come back out. And I don't want it to do that. So let's get rid of that part. Remove item. Right, this is elbow punching alt. It just goes in. It doesn't do anything. Yeah, there we go. And it should get in by about 0.4. So where is it trying to get in by? This is trying to get in. So no, this can go to 0.3. Good enough. That was painful. My Godot was lagging, so I was seeing stuff here that wasn't the stuff that was matching. Elbow punching alt 2, raised wind. What is this one doing? This one's sending me forward for 0.4 duration. That's about right. Okay, so it was still good up until that point. Then illegal elbow. Looks like I'm going forward and that's it. I'm okay with this. Downstream. I think, let me just check if these combos are correct. So the first punch of combo punch is around 0.4. So this can go up to about 0.3. And that should be that. And then, yep, there we go. I'm okay with this. What the heck? Oh, okay, it's just very quick. So 0.5. So we can get away with doing something like 3.5. So the only reason why I'm okay with these things is because I have goofed around with this stuff enough on my kicking stuff that doing it for punching is not too difficult. Okay, so now cross punch. Well, let's see if we have anything in here. No, we don't. Okay, so cross punch. It's a very quick, long punch. So we don't need too much of a forward thrust on this. But I think I want to add some burst kind of punch, like just bursting thrust forward. Short distance. So we'll do something like 0.5. We'll do something like out, ease out, in, and we only want to go like 0.25. Get like that bursting forward effect. Okay. What else? Storms. It's like it was lagging a second. It was still showing that Anyway, punching. Okay, I don't think we really want to add anything here. Yeah, I think we're okay with that one. This one might need some pushed out elbow punching. Yep, that needs a definite push. So this one is going to be up until about right here. 0.5, we're going to be adding force. So 0.4 will add force, and we're going to add a significant amount. So let's go up to about 0.75, I guess. And we can do this up to 0.4, and it's going to be forward, and we're going to make it a bursting effect. So now all the punching is done. The only thing left is to test them out, see what they look like. So we save. Godot is frozen. There we go. Okay. We go to equipment, cultivation. I think it's the golden, is the manual of the golden chicken. Let's just grab the first three. And test this out, see what happens. Oh, that's still, is that still active? Oh yeah, I haven't turned those off. Hold on. So it would be hands, probably. Kick. Feet. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so let's open up this one and this one. Get rid of this. Okay, good. All right, now let's try it. Maybe a little bit too strong on those elbows. The force forward. That's still going to be doing some weird hitbox stuff, but okay. It's a little bit, I'm not sure. I think I'm going to just, I'm not going to cry about it. It's good enough. Um, let's try some of the other ones. Those are the first three, so let's grab this one, and this one. And then we have to work on kicks in a second. Weird. That second attack is doing something very weird. Oh, there it goes. I won't be able to really pinpoint it until, like, I guess doing very weird things there. But again, we won't be able to pinpoint it until we disable the old system entirely. Like, you see how it started taking hits from that point. That's not good. Um, anyway, and how's it mixing with this? This is going fine. And it's not messing up the animation. The force might be a little bit too much, though. I might lower those forces on a lot of these attacks. If I get my friend is supposed to join me working on this project, I'll have him take care of some of that stuff because he needs to get used to the systems that I've made already. Anyway. All right, let's try these three. What the heck am I looking at? Oh, that's a stiff jab. So if you're just going to mash, those are the combos you're going to get. All right, and so now I can mix together these attacks. You can't see it yet. I'm going to probably tomorrow or later today, depending on how quickly I can get the kicking done. I'm going to implement the attack bubble effect that will, I'm trying to time it. There we go. But like when you do an attack, there's like a period of time that you can press the button again and you'll get different types of attacks. But you're gonna get like a glowing effect on the character to signify these different things. Okay, and the last two, I believe it is Pig Softening and Storm's Eye. They're not too bad. That's why I'm not like being super. I don't really like Pig Softening. Oh, there we go. Okay. Why is he bouncing? Crazy. Like, it's just what happened here that's making it okay, we have an issue. Let's now I shouldn't have opened my mouth. Okay. So what's going on here? When we attack, when we go back, you're normal. That attack is fine. Gotcha. Okay, I know what the issue is. Um, there we go. There. That should fix it. Let's try it now. That's a bug that I need to take care of later, but yeah. Yep, and we're fine. Okay, good enough. Um, okay. So let me see what else I needed to take care of. The fourth thing was some housekeeping with the physics animation and the rest of the attack. So I need to actually, I think we're done. As far as the four major things that I wanted to take care of were Um, yeah. The first one was to correct the bug with the attack selection. That's done. Second, decoupling the state logic from the animation. Third, to couple the animation with the hitbox logic. And oh, we're not done with number three. Okay. Yeah, gotcha. So we need to go back here and we need to go here so we can get rid of all of these. Well, before I do all of that, I want to see something. So we're gonna do this, manage animations. And I'm going to let's delete an easy one, hook punch. Right? So we're gonna just delete hook punch. Then we're going to add it back. Um okay, let's see. So now we've added hook punch back. And oh wow. This oh, okay, gotcha. And we're gonna check if hook punch deleted the changes that I put into it, or if it's all there. Yep, it's all there still. That's good. Okay. So now I feel safe. I can remove manage animations. We can just remove all of these. Okay, and we're going to add the library now for kicking stuff. Oops, cancel. So these are all of the kicks. So we have the flip kick, flying kick. We're just going to add all of these back. Am I missing anything? Low roundhouse kick, mid, high MMA kick. Okay, so now we have this. So this, we need to actually just reload this. Oops, let's go back. Let's go back out here, then we can go back. Huh, weird. Maybe we just need to come out of the scene. Animations. Yep, there we go. Okay. So we need to do the same thing that we did before, but for the feet here. Ugh. You know, let me see something. No, we can't change that. I'm not even gonna try. That's I can see myself begging for a bigger problem. So at about here is when I'm going to turn on both feet. And then around here is where I'm going to turn off. Yeah, around here is where I'm going to turn off both feet. So it's a long activation time. All right, and then later on I could probably add like a somersault effect or something, I guess. Okay. 1, 2, boom. Okay. So we need to go back here real quick. We need to make this open, and we need to go to. Fortunately, we don't need to mess with the hands. We just need to turn on the feet. So let's make the children editable for the feet. Okay. And that's it. Okay, so now this already has the monitoring thing that I had set up from previously, so we don't need to do that all again. We just need to, I'm going to say add in on this one, add in the feet. Okay, good. Okay. Um, I would say that we start here. So at point 9, insert the key. Monitoring is on. And monitoring comes off at around this point. Yeah, but around this point is when monitoring should come off. Okay, and then on the other foot, oh wait, whoops, what just happened? Knew it. Okay. Yeah, monitoring should be on around here. Okay, so now the other foot. There we go. Monitoring off there. All right, so for that brief point, the good thing is we don't have to do the physics stuff for this anyway. It's done. It's just this part that needs to be done. This one is fun. Okay. So we are active on the left foot. I'm going to say only the left foot is going to be active. Right, and let's take a closer look at what's happening here. Okay, we'll turn it on at around here. And turn it off here. And that will be it. So for this period of time, it's a pretty long hitbox, but the active hitbox is around there. Okay, next is the roundhouse hit. Active hitbox on the right foot, around right here. As soon as there we go. And it comes inactive at around right here. Okay, regular kicking. That's not regular kicking. That is a very fast series of kicks. 1, 2, 2 kicks. Okay. So we have to worry about both feet on this one. So that is call method. Left foot. Right foot. And there's a mouse. There we go. Okay. Let's start with, I guess, that foot. Comes active right about there. And loses activity here. Does it ever get back? Nope. Okay. And then the other foot. Okay. Gains activity around here. And loses it around here. One, two. That's it. Okay. Kicking alternate. That's with a regular kick. Okay. It gains activity here. This is the right foot. And it loses it there. Okay. Next. Okay, we gain active around here on the right foot. And we lose active at around here. Okay, good enough. Next. Gain active on the right foot again. And you lose it. Oops. Right here. All right. Right foot again. What is this? This is the right foot. Active. Yep, about right here. Oh, let's give it a little buffer. About right here. Turn it off. Next frame is actually just in there already. So this is the right foot again. I should have probably gone with 60 frames instead of 30. Good enough. Okay. This is the left foot. About right here. Add track. Yeah, I think that's fine. And the final one. This one is a pain. Boosh. You're throwing your feet like a scissor type of kick. It's both feet. And the point of activity is about right here. We turn it on, bop, bop, and we turn it off. This is a long active. So it goes active from about right here. So that's 1.8. And to about 2.2. 1.8 to 2.2. 1.8 to 2.2. Gotcha. So this is 1.8. Make sure. Yep, okay. Let me just make sure the feet are both ready to go. So that, yeah, okay. 1.8 is where it's at. Okay, yeah. Okay. Weird. There you go. Okay. I think that's it for all of the kicks. So we are officially done with all 4 of the things that I wanted to take care of. And earlier. Okay, yeah. Let's save. And we can actually just purge all of this. We already tested that it saves this stuff. Nice. Let's go to animation, manage animations. And we can just get rid of all of our testing stuff. Okay. Oh. I think we should probably, because I've accomplished everything that I set out to accomplish, we should recognize when we reach our goals, and we should probably call it there for now. Maybe I'll be on a little bit later, or maybe I'm not sure if I should take a break or what, like, how I should And I could just walk away, take a break for a second, I guess. There's still a lot of time that I could invest in this. But I think now would be a good time to just take like a breather. Distract myself from... We accomplished what we set out to do. All right. So we'll call it there then. This was fantastic. I think, I mean, there's obviously still issues, but we've accomplished everything that we set out to do the other day, right? We've got the bugs corrected, the attack selection. Everything's flowing very well. I love the way that the animations are flowing now. It feels... I'm going to actually just do a quick, because this is something that I should do. Just a quick, very high, let's save. For some reason it's not. Yep, there we go. It's so weird, my PC's like, there we go. Just think it's more Godot than my PC. But there we go. Let's save this. As soon as it wants to save, there we go. Let's go to the project settings really quick, and we're gonna do, I think it's 2560 by 1440, I think is what it is. At the resolution. Is that the resolution, my friend? Regardless, we're gonna run this so I can show it to and later. Yeah, that's fair enough. So left click is attacking now. This is some basic stuff. Right, we have a little bit of basic movement. All of this is just being done on left click, the whole combo series. If we time it properly, then we can augment the combos that are done. Like time the button clicking. Again, nothing is being shown here that can signify me or ping me in. I'm just kind of randomly trying to time based on what I know that the timing should be. Like there's a sweet spot timing that you need to hit. There we go. Okay. Like it's easier for me to time it when I let the character rotate or something. Like after I attack, if I let the character, there we go. Like I can kind of time it better. Like my eyes are just better. But basically, yeah, it'll do different attacks, and I think the next button is going to basically just be if you time the attack properly when you build up your tension gauge. Instead of doing one of those, you'll do like a finisher, I guess, or something. I don't know. Maybe I just might make a dedicated finisher button. I'm not sure. But the point is that the attacks are now flowing into each other. Like it's hard to tell when it's resetting, I think. Before you could kind of tell when the animations were being reset. This time, not so much. We still need to disconnect the hitboxes from the script, from the weapon controller script. But I'll take care of that later tonight, I think. I need to take a break. But this was just a for a friend of mine who's going to be seeing this later, hopefully, just so he can see like what I had taken care of this week and like just like what. Oh wow, we found a bug. That was weird. That was very weird. One sec. I think I just... And yeah, we're doing this bumpy thing. Hold on. So we go in and... If we're doing... I want to see something. If I'm in the middle of a different animation, what happens? So this is a bug. I'm going to call it here just because I want to actually make it succinct for that friend of mine. That's it. But I'm going to have to hit that in a second. Anyway, thank you for joining, whoever did. All of the folks who benefit from this. Happy game developing. Take care.